Whilst we have seen some pumps recently, it's no secret that the crypto market has been in a downtrend, and we are still in for one hell of a ride. But what you guys need to consider is that the bear market is prime time to be eyeing up gems that will 10, 100, 1000x when the market recovers. This video today is a guide to how I have made more money in this temporary bear market than I did in the entirety of the 2021 bull. Pay attention to this entire video. Seriously, I want you to be taking notes. I'm going to be telling you some secrets today that your favorite influencers just don't want you to know. When Bitcoin peaked in November, the market was at peak euphoria. Everyone who had got into crypto and held was now in profit, and new investors sat around the dinner table telling their grandparents, aunts, uncles, dog how crypto was the key to being rich, and they were planning on getting a Lambo, completely oblivious of the pain soon to come. Experienced investors would have known that the vast amounts of media attention and 90% of all altcoins going up hundreds of percent was a signal that it was probably time to sell. The bull run relies on new investors coming in to buy, and it will always inevitably reach a certain point where there are very few buyers left that haven't done so already. And that is where experienced traders will usually sell. When everyone is buying, you should maybe, just maybe, be thinking about selling. But don't beat yourself up. If that has happened to you and your portfolio is now down 50 to 70% from all-time high, that is what we like to call crypto education. You've learned your lesson, you've paid for that lesson, and now you won't make the same mistakes again, right? Right? If you're still in this market right now, watching this video, trying to learn, even whilst crypto is still downtrending, congratulations. You have the advantage over the majority of the new crypto investors. So today, I'm going to talk you all through a quick case study of a strategy I used to make huge profits since the market started downtrending. I was lucky enough to put most of my crypto into USDT end of November, early December. The signs of it being the top were all there, and I was in big profits. So from there, I decided it was time to sit back and enjoy analyzing the market without deploying any capital. This gave me a lot of breathing space and so much time to spend researching. Eventually, I stumbled across an emerging trend that barely anyone was speaking about. Node projects. After delving deeper into the rabbit hole and learning how nodes worked, I decided to deploy a bit of capital into a brand new node project on launch day. And said project gave me a 40x return within 10 minutes. I took profits. This then sparked a frenzy in me, and I spent hours upon hours researching and gem hunting for node projects within this specific niche. Funnily enough, 90% of the projects that I decided to buy into at launch did a 10 to 100x straight off the bat. After this, I started to see node projects were gaining a lot of attention, and their success was starting to spark a node season. However, all good things come to an end. The node season reached a peak, and there were new projects launching every single day, and a lot of them were scams. Enter oversaturation. Seeing this trend from start to finish, I knew it was time to get out because the node market was completely oversaturated in comparison to when I got in. Everyone I was following was talking about nodes. CoinMarketCap was tweeting about nodes. I had a couple of friends ask me if I had heard of nodes because they will be the next big thing. They were already a big thing. There's a lesson for you there. When everyone starts talking about something, you have missed the boat. The early investors are now thinking about selling. All of this happened within the space of a couple of months while the rest of the market was in decline. So this is what I personally like to call a microcycle. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, if you hadn't realized, the story I just told you very closely imitates the last 2021 bull cycle condensed into a much smaller form. So what can you learn from this? First, even in a bear market, there is still money to be made in crypto. You just need to actively be researching the space. 2, You need to do your own research. When I tell you guys to do your own research, it genuinely isn't me trying to cover my back and avoid legal repercussions in case a project I thought would do well goes wrong. I tell you guys this because it is truly the most important factor that determines your success in crypto. Nobody told me about node projects. I spent hours attempting to identify a niche in crypto that one, hadn't already taken off, and two, had the potential to do so. I would never have got the opportunity to get into these projects as early as I did if I'd waited for a big account on Twitter to tell me it was time to buy nodes. Are you guys starting to understand the importance of doing your own research in this space? Getting into a project early is key. But this brings me on to point 3. Getting out on time is even more important. The gains you have made are not yours until you get out and realize those profits. There are very few coins that should become part of your long-term investment portfolio. And on a future video, I'll let you guys know which coins have made it onto mine. Before you get in, you need to know when you'll be getting out. Getting in and just hoping it will be going higher and higher and higher is not a strategy. That's just gambling. I'm now going to tell you guys my 6-part strategy for finding and getting 10, 100, 1000x gains in crypto. First, identifying a niche. The niche needs to meet a few key elements. It needs to first have not already gained huge popularity. Second, it needs to have some sort of use case that will appeal to potential buyers. Nodes, for example, had a use case of giving passive income, which is quite an appealing concept to anyone looking to make money. 2, learn that niche like it is the back of your hand. You want to do something like crypto full time. Treat it like a full-time job. Educate yourself to the point where you could give an hour-long lecture on every minute detail of that niche. I've said niche so many times. 3, once you have made that niche your life, examine already existing projects in that niche. What are they doing well? What are they doing wrong? What can they work on? What marketing strategies did they use to make them so successful? All this information is ripe for the taking. Just go to a project's website, Twitter, Discord, and it's all there for free. 4, go find a project looking to launch. By now, you should know the niche well enough that you can spend a bit of time on Twitter, Discord, Google, Reddit, Telegram, looking for new projects. And honestly, you'll find some very easily. Finding them is the easy bit. Genuinely. Now you've found a project, ask yourself these questions. Does it share any successful traits with existing projects? Does it solve anything the existing projects need to improve on? Does it have any original concepts? Is it completely original code or is it forked from an existing project? Forked means the code is copy and pasted from an existing project. If it's a fork with no new concepts, run for the hills. 6, decide if you think it is a short, mid, or long-term hold before you buy in at launch, and stick to that decision. The length you hold something should be dictated completely by what you're investing in. You should establish how projects in your niche perform after launch. For example, with nodes, I adopted an aggressive profit-taking strategy because I believed they were not sustainable long term. So the 10 to 100 times at launch was more than enough for me. I'm going to add a 7th step. It's just my gift to you. It's more of a tip. For you guys starting out, once you take profits, leave the project behind completely and never look at it again. Whatever the price does is no longer any of your business. You will just hurt yourself checking up on the price of a project that you have already exited, and it will lead to you making poor, emotion-driven decisions in the future. And you do not want emotion-driven decisions in this market. So there you have it. The 6-step plan for making 10, 100, 1000 times gains in crypto. I shouldn't need to say this, but this video is by no means financial advice. This is just one of the many strategies I use to build capital in crypto, especially during the downtimes in the market. If you guys need clarification on anything I've said today, leave a comment down below and I will be more than happy to help. There is so much more I want to tell you guys, so many intricacies to making this strategy successful, but I don't want to overload you all with information all in this one video. So I'll be making more videos just like this one, revealing all the money-making secrets of the crypto market. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the tips I want to give you. Also, follow on TikTok. I post daily content on TikTok and some of it you will not want to miss. If you found anything in today's video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you do take anything from today's video, it should be that the real key to making gains in crypto 2022 is by following KIFS Crypto. See you guys next video.